Hi, welcome back channel, TrainStation2. Alright, we got second in the fourth competition, and of course we claimed that special building Grand Skyscraper. So here we are doing preparations again as usual. I mean, this is always the case. A lot of things to prepare as usual. Once you're done, I think we are ahead of time, and we just gotta keep on going. So as usual, with good preparation work, you have all the items that are required. Otherwise, you'll be stuck like this. Whereby you just gotta wish yourself luck that you get items requested that you already have. So otherwise you spend time building up over again. And of course, if you wish to, you can bin away, you know, to basically chances. One is instantaneously, another one you gotta watch a video. But just gotta remember this, always try to do all those that you could, because if you waste those opportunity and you're really stuck at some time at the end of the competition, you may be really frustrated. So in this fourth competition, I said it's really tough. I mean, staying in the top 3 is always very difficult from fourth competition onwards, so I count myself lucky. At the same time, I'm just a bit saddened by the fact that we have the same number of points, but it's just that I'm coming in slightly later. So both the first and second, I myself, we're having the same points. So it's always important, if you could, fight for it as soon as possible, get there, and then let's pray that no one catch up. So and this competition is a bit tough, as you said. I will spend most of my gems in the first 3 competition itself, and now what's going to happen is that I'm just going to use whatever I could in terms of what I've planned to make sure I get to the top 3 spots. So here we are trying to open another container. Really good. We have a rare steam, something that I really like, because rare steams are very rare train anyway. You don't really have a lot of those, and you know, when you start with a triple restriction job, we will ask for region 8 rare steam. At least with a couple of those, it just makes things smooth. Otherwise, you start with just 1 and 6 capacity. I think it go a long way. So this is something that you gotta bear in mind in terms of bottleneck trains. These are the things you could identify first from your fleet. So look at your fleet. Look at those trains that are really rare. And you only have 1 or so, make sure you upgrade them, so eventually when being asked for that train, you already have an upgraded version of that train. At least you can have 10-20 capacity vis-a-vis a 6 or 4 capacity for the common. So this is something that you really bear in mind. So unlike the legendary and the epic, where it comes with really strong capacity of region ones, I think it comes with 20, and the event ones comes with 40. So those are really good capacity to start with. So not too worrying about that. But of course, I always emphasize you need to have 180 capacity legendary train to help you collect lots of gold. And every time I go to region 8 center to collect gold, I collect 3,000 over. So that's a lot. So this is something I always look forward to every couple of hours. You know, gold is limited, but you need lots of them, be it to upgrade your trains or your warehouse. You need gold. Another thing that is really that is really parts, gold parts, especially epic parts, and of course rare parts. Not so much for the common parts, because you always get common trains that you can dismantle or sell them away. So this really something you're going to focus on. Getting gold parts is important. Some people actually play it in a way whereby from the event they don't claim any train at all, and they just claim parts. So this is something that you may want to reconsider if this is your strategy. But for me, I'm really into collecting, so I'm not so keen in terms of getting parts only. But maybe one day, who knows, I may just stop collecting trains and collect parts instead. But getting parts alone is useless. You need gold. So it's really important, like I said, have a good fleet of trains is important, but having 1 fully upgrade 80 capacity is really important. So that's it. You just got to keep on going, collecting gold parts, and go and upgrade your train to the fullest, so you can reap the maximum benefit from the 80 capacity. Not only doing those getting of gold, you will find yourself extremely smooth in terms of delivery. Imagine this, you have an 80 capacity train and you make a delivery of 100 over. With that alone, you're taking maybe half of the capacity required, and just a couple of trains more and you're done with. People with a really low capacity train will take a couple of hours just to complete one, but probably you take half the time. So really important, you got to increase the capacity itself. Okay, so in preparation, a lot of things as usual. Steel is highly sought after. A lot of things you need those steel. but you got to bear in mind, because of this small warehouse, you should make sure you collect things that you really need to deliver first. So it's in a way a first in first out approach. You need to deliver those flour, collect those first, send it out so you can actually free up the space, then you collect your steel which you need it for manufacturing. So it is something in terms of planning, you got to work it up that way. Imagine if you collect the steel and you're stuck and you can't collect the flour, and you just basically have to bin away times the things before you can move on. So this is really important. I mean, you're just going to manage it that way. After a while playing, I think you'll get used to it in terms of resource prioritization, what to collect first, what to send first, and this are based on experience. So you really got to learn from there, because from mistakes, I would say, generally when you're faced with that situation, you say, oh no, I should have done that first. Okay, so next time just make sure you do that. All right, so here we are, already collected 2 legendaries, 1 epic. Today I'm going to collect this special building, as mentioned earlier. So of course, with just 20 event keys, we can't really go much. Probably I'll end with a common train. I doubt we can claim that rare train already, but that's it. That doesn't important me. More importantly, as that 2 legendaries. Okay, and of course I've already collected the last container from the reward path. That's for pay to win. Make sure you do that before you start to pay. Otherwise, even you get that pay to win kind of reward pass that you buy, you can't claim the last item. So just got to bear that in mind. Okay, so generally this whole event is almost coming to an end, especially when we already have 4 competitions on. The next one, the 5th, and then we come with the last one. So generally, after 6 competitions, you still have about 48 hours to make sure you collect or your rewards, and you should make good planning in terms of that, what to do for the last 48 hours. So normally, if I could, I try to complete all the jobs I have and regenerate 3 new jobs. So that will give you an extra probably 60 keys. Imagine 20 keys per job, so you got 3 more jobs to do at the 48 hours. So just bear in mind, there'll be no new jobs after that. All right, so of course I've been saving up quite a number of keys now. I'm gonna try to get my 3 missing legendary, but so far no luck. Just getting some rare trains though. But like I said, the region trains are very different from the event trains, because their capacity starting off is really small, and their ceiling is very low as well. So in event trains itself, you have much higher in terms of those event ceiling itself, the ceiling trains, and then the starting of the train capacity is also higher. So like I said, legendaries, just to do a comparison, a region 1 would have a 20 starting and a ceiling of 60, whereas event legendary have a starting of 40 and a capacity of 80. So that makes a lot of difference. Common train likewise, I think you got to just make sure you get a good number of those event common as well. That will help a lot, because generally with a good I think ceiling of 30, that makes a lots of difference, especially when you're hit with a job that asks for common trains only. So you just make sure you got to do that. All right, so like I said, sometimes you just be collecting common after common, but there's no choice, because it all depends on luck. And if you have passed this region itself, you can't get trains back. So this is something that's why I'm keeping trying. You can see here we collect T250 coins. I'm just going to spend on 2 big boxes, and of course the balance 50 I'm going to exchange for gold. So it's not that much of concern after you get that 1000 coins train. It's more toward big boxes and gold, and I think today I already have concluded that gold redemption, and that's it. I mean, with that we have completed the gold redemption. They're all the way going towards big box subsequently. So keys are limited, so I'm just gonna make sure I claim the special building first, because it comes with a plus 80 capacity, or actually not, plus 80 population. Pardon me on that. So that population will definitely help towards the next warehouse upgrades. And of course this special building I'm going to put in the center as usual, and then I'm going to move away one of my other buildings. So now probably we're going to stuck with 2 special building, but sooner or later I'm going to transfer it out to the special building to change to another building, so that we have all the lower level buildings. Okay, so I'm going to put the special ones in the center as usual, always to remind me that I already come to a new event, and the latest event is no longer first responder. First responder with a helicopter on top of the building is going to go and give way to this new building for this event. So here we are, almost concluding this video. So I'm going to work hard to make sure I get ready for the 5th competition. and of course the 6th. Alright, thank you for watching. Do like and subscribe and have a good rest. Goodbye.